Now let's take a look at one where we have to apply two transformations. The negative in the exponent, we're changing x before we put it into the main thing that would give us the shape, the exponential part. So we're going to have a horizontal change first. That negative x is going to reflect this over the y-axis, and then adding 1 is going to give us a vertical shift up 1 unit. So it's going to reflect over the y-axis there. Now, we've already graphed. We've used y equals 4 to the x in 2 of the earlier videos. And so we know we need to put in these 3 special values of x. And if we just had 4 to the x, then it would give us these corresponding y values. But changing the sign of x, what we're going to have is change the sign of x, and it would become 1, 0, and negative 1. In other words, reversing the order. And so that second column becomes the negative x's. Change the sign of 1, you get negative 1. You'll get the same y value you had before. 0 doesn't change sign, but then if you start with negative 1 and change its sign, you get the same y value that you had before. But we're supposed to add 1 to all of those. And think of that 1/4 is equal to 0.25, so that we can plot 1 1/4, i.e. 1.25, plot 0, 2, and plot negative 1, 5. So 1, 1.75 will be plotted, 0, 2 will be plotted, and negative 1, 5 will be plotted. Let's take a look at what that looks like. Connecting these, instead of increasing as we look left to right, when you have a negative exponent, it's going to switch it to decreasing. That would be the same as viewing 4 to the negative 1 as 1/4. You could instead say, well, if you have a positive exponent, but your base is strictly between 0 and 1, instead of increasing left to right, it will decrease. Now, the range is still all real numbers. Changing the sign of x, it's not going to leave anything out from x compared to before, but we had a shift up 1 unit. That's going to change the horizontal asymptote, and it's going to change the range. Instead of starting at 0 but not including it and then going up to infinity, this is going to instead leave out y equals 1, and then for the range, give us everything above it. Leave out 1 because we've got the horizontal asymptote y equals 1, and then the range, anything above 1 on up to infinity.